You don't know this young woman, but whether you want to or not, in this very moment, you've already passed judgment on her. In a split second, you've already decided if you find her trustworthy, competent, likable. No doubt your brain is a state-of-the-art marvel, managing 90% of everything you do without letting you know, regardless of whether you're awake or asleep.
We're driven by our unconscious mind. Isn't that the interesting thing? So much of what we do is unconscious. The decisions we make are almost dictated to us. I often wonder who's in charge here. You know, who's running the show? How much control do we really have? Our brain can falsify information that comes onto the retina. It can falsify it. In other words, if we can override what is really out there and impress what we think should be out there. That's the way it works. It's very powerful.
Let's take a look at Leander and Raphael. The two students are wearing similar clothing, have a similar stature, but are different enough to tell apart. Do you think you would notice if Raphael started a conversation with you and in the middle of it was replaced by Leander? Yes? Then take a look at the test devised by American psychologist Daniel Simons.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Volksbank.
Sorry?
Volksbank. I'm looking for a Volksbank.
Volksbank.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me think. Where is it? It's almost slapstick here. Yeah, there is one around the corner, up at Market Square.
You go to a doctor's office and you say, I have a pain in my stomach, and you don't want them to say, well, it could be aliens running around, because it could be, right? Why couldn't it be? You want them to go through what's most likely down the list, right? And that's what our brain does. The whole cognitive structure is we look at the world, we make mindsets of what's familiar, and we look out into the world in these mindsets.
Our world is getting more and more complex. An American psychologist calculated that today the human brain can simultaneously absorb 11 million units of information. However, we're only consciously aware of a maximum of 40. That's why New York is exhausting when we first visit it. But the more often we venture into places like Times Square, the more at ease we feel with it. That's because we shift to autopilot, and our brain fades out what is considered irrelevant or familiar.